Hello, good evening, and welcome to day one of the Big County Birdwatch
Day one.
2025. Amazing. No, one. Sorry, I can't count already. That's
It's day,
a good
day
start, isn't
11.
it? Day one.
How you
Oh,
doing?
what a great day.
Oh, man. Wasn't it good?
Oh, it's
Good
been
weather.
brilliant. Seriously, really, really good. Look how brown I am already.
I'm red.
Yeah. Yeah, you go red. I go kind of like quite browny, and then I will probably be peeling and so forth by Monday, I expect.
My hair's gone blonde, or
And
it's
mine's
grey,
going
or
quite grey
grey.
at the front. Yeah, look at that. Oh
Yeah,
dear.
yeah, well,
I might have to do something about that later. I might do my just for men or whatever it is later on. Everyone will come out tomorrow and I'll have jet black hair and beard. Actually, I might do that. It'll be hilarious. Anyway, we digress. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day one of Big County Birdwatch 2025. We hope you've all had a fantastic day. We hope you've managed to join us on some of the one, two, three, four, five walks that took place today.
five walks
Mm.
today. Yep, and yeah. So this is a bit of a different to our usual Birds of Essex show, isn't it? It's it should be
Well,
shorter. Should be
it should be
shorter.
shorter. I thought you were going to say because we haven't got a script and we don't know what we're doing, but that's really kind of how Birds of Essex works. So it's pretty
Exactly.
much the same, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to
No.
have a roundup of the five walks that have taken place today. We've got a couple of people waiting in the wings who are going to join us in a few moments' time. We've got a few photographs to share. If you want to share some pictures, if you have been out and about today and you want us to tell us where you've been and share any images of what you've seen, I'm just trying to get the share screen up because we are normally organised, believe it or not, and this time we are a little bit
Well, we've
rushed.
been out birding all day, so
Yeah,
not
yeah, we
surprising.
have.
But while you were doing that, Matt, there's quite a few
We
people
have.
watching tonight. Rob M had a great day at Gunners and Wallasey. Mo Jackson, Tony Pickes, Paul Everett, Richard Chew, Tim Davis, and Thomas Harris are watching tonight. So good evening, everybody.
Evening, evening. There sounds some familiar names there. I know that Tom joined us at Wallasey, and I think Rob was at both walks, wasn't he? I think
Yep,
Rob came
Rob
to
was
both
at both.
walks.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So hello,
and
everyone.
Tony Pickes joined Liz today at Holland Haven. So that's
Excellent.
fantastic.
Good
So
stuff.
yeah, so good evening for those who are watching.
Yeah. So as you can see, please send us any pictures you've got. We will do them all live, so it might go horribly wrong. Please keep them to birds only. Don't want to see pictures of anything else. And
No.
that's where you can send them to. So ebwstalks@gmail.com. So ebwstalks@gmail.com. And please join in with the chat and banter on the screen.
Yeah, fantastic.
Great. Right. So shall we bring some people in?
Let's bring some people in.
Let's bring some people in. Right, where are they? Hang on, here we go. We're going to admit and we're going to admit. So any second now, we should see, I
Oh.
hope.
What can go wrong? Oh,
Hey, something's
something.
happening.
Yep.
Here
Yep.
we go.
Hey, excellent.
They're going
Excellent.
to be joined by Neil Sumner and Liz Huxley. So Neil Sumner is the editor of the Essex Bird Report, and a very sterling job he does too. And Liz Huxley works for the EWT and is a photographer and leads wildlife walks and so forth as well. So they've both been leading walks today for us, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. I need to make you both co-hosts because I know you've got a couple of pictures to share. So let me just do that quickly. There we go. Liz is done. But I think we're going to start with Neil. Um, there you go. You're a co-host as well. Because Neil, you had your walk. To be fair, Steve threw you right under the bus, didn't he?
I did
Because
volunteer.
your walk was what time was your walk?
Well, we started at 6:30. It was
That was
cold,
late. That was.
almost,
God.
almost. Yeah, it's not a dawn chorus. Almost gloves wearing though, just to warn you guys doing a dawn chorus. So it was like 4 layers to start with.
Mm,
We were very relieved to peel off when we got back to the car. To the cars, yeah. Um, yeah. I think really you could. We met at Backwarden, the EWT Reserve opposite Danbury Common, and I probably could have relabeled it the Nightingale Walk because there were a lot of nightingales. I think my count got up to about 14. and considering it's quite early yet, there's still a lot to come in as well. So we're hearing nightingales everywhere, and it's sometimes quite hard to pick out some other songs. But there weren't any other summer visitors, so we had plenty of the chiffies and blackcaps. But whereas 2 years ago when we were a bit later, I think there was the whitethroats and the garden warblers, and of course the wintering birds seem to have gone home, or so there wasn't much there. We did had a couple of leerts with nest material, so that made it quite spring-like. We had some lovely views of some of the birds with the leaves not being out yet, so some blackcaps performed very well for us. I was hoping for something like willow warbler dropping in, but not much luck, I'm afraid. And it took us a long time to see a great spotted woodpecker. So something was making them a bit quiet today. I think sometimes whether there's busy feeding, there's a couple of green woodpeckers yapping away.
Nice.
The group, if I just
should be good to share, hopefully.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, I mean, these nightingales, they kind of come back from Africa, don't they? And nightingales are one of the birds that they will come back sometimes to the specific bush or branch that they were at last year, weren't they? So, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I can see a picture.
There's our little group. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And wasn't the weather amazing today? Don't you think?
It was fabulous. What was nice is that three of the group were keen to learn songs. So I always enjoy teaching people song.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Particularly once the leaves are out in the wood. If you don't know song, you don't get very much sometimes.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that other things were being drowned out by nightingales, but to be honest with you, I would take that every day of the year at Ardley Reservoir. If the great tits, blue tits, and chiffchaffs were being drowned out by nightingales, I'd be in my element. That would be amazing. I still haven't heard one yet this year. Have you heard one yet, Steve? What is? No. Hopefully, we can change that in the coming few days, but we'll cover that in a minute, Steve. Yeah, excellent.
As Neil said,
so did you do a species? Oh, sorry, go on.
As Neil said, it's quite early still for a lot of these birds.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's still a big bulk to come in, but yeah.
But to have 14 already, that's impressive, isn't it? Yeah, that's really good. Did you get views of nightingale? Did you manage that?
No, we did try. Andrew in particular was trying to capture one on camera, but no, even though you triangulate them, and when you're walking along and you're pinpointing the bush, none of them actually showed for us. I know they do sometimes at this time of year, but not today, I'm afraid.
Is there a theory that sometimes they sing from cover when they first come in and then maybe become a bit more showy as the weeks go by, or am I completely making that up?
I thought it was the other way around. My experience is that they can be a bit more showy. Certainly, I've seen them at the nays, so it's quite high, but as time goes on, they seem to get more hidden, particularly when the breeding season starts. And of course, it's a very difficult bird to prove breeding. There is a surveys being carried out that some of you are aware of, one at Middle Ditch, and I'm going to partake in the area survey. We've got a Zoom get together to plan who's doing what areas. But of course, really to get the numbers, it's all about counting singing males. It's very hard to actually prove breeding beyond that. Finding a pair can be quite challenging.
Okay, that's good. Did you get any croaking? Is it both sexes that make the croak, or just the females? I think it's both.
There was a bit of croaking going on. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, superb. Did you do a species count? Did you get a number?
Sorry, I haven't totted them all up yet.
Okay, cool.
As usual, well, I heard a tree creeper, but just couldn't find it. Heard a distant gnat, unable to show it to people, sadly. So I haven't done a full species count yet. Was pleased to get missel thrush because that's one that's declining now. And a sign of the times, I was very pleased to get a pair of chaffinch. And the male was just very quietly on the branch, not even singing. And one of our team spotted it, so that was good. But yeah, still plenty of song going on, particularly with the nightingales, the blackcaps. Dunnocks were trying not to be outdone as well.
Excellent.
But I think in terms of summer visitors, I did go and do afterwards a quick recce in advance of Sunday's walk at Birdwatch, and had a few more summer visitors there, but I'm going to spoil that for anybody by talking about those now.
Okay. Brilliant. Thanks, Neil. We just had a, I'm just going to dabble away for a few seconds because just had a couple of pictures come in. So Liz, you did 2 walks today, didn't you? I think.
I did.
Hmm. So where was your first one?
I started more civilized time, 9 o'clock at the Naze. And yeah, just a beautiful spring day all day. It's been fabulous and plenty of birds. As Neil said, lots of birds singing. So we had chiff-chaff and blackcap were everywhere. Lots of Chetty's warblers. First white throats of the year.
Nice.
Swallow and San Martin. Let me just try and share, see if I can manage it.
While you're doing that, one of the pictures that we've just been sent in, put it this way, I'm gonna probably sell my camera tomorrow. It's really good.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, there's no point showing any of our Steve. This is like the really. We're going to show one picture tonight, folks.
Not from Thomas, are they?
Well, yeah, could be.
Sorry, Liz, carry on, my love.
So yeah, there were 12 of us at the Naze.
Brilliant.
And you can see that was the start. Already got long shadows there.
Yeah,
So,
lovely.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why is that not working?
Click the arrow, hopefully.
Arrow doesn't want to work.
Oh, okay. You might be able to do them one at a time in the background if you need to.
Oh, maybe
I can see your
There's
arrow.
Yeah,
there
there's
we
your
go.
arrow.
Hey,
Hey,
excellent.
I found my arrow.
Oh,
you found your arrow. Where?
I found the arrow.
that's not a bird. Even I know
No.
that.
But the gorse was just stunning.
Oh,
And
colours.
the perfume of it as well.
Oh,
And
the
then
colours of that.
we had several peacock butterflies. So yeah, little picture there.
look at the colours on that
Oh,
peacock on
sorry.
the eyes, the purples and the mauves, and oh my goodness,
Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
Yeah, stunning. Like you say,
It's
the
so
light
easy.
was just beautiful.
Yeah, it's so easy not to look at something like a peacock, but because you see one, you think, right, peacock, I've seen one, and then you see them all flying around, you think, yeah, peacock, peacock. But if you actually look at them, they're so pretty. Yeah, lovely.
So here, black cat.
Nice.
Nice. That's good.
Very nice.
It wouldn't look at the camera, but you can still see it as a black cat. Sedge warblers once we got down to the reeds at the end.
Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Were they singing, Liz?
Yes.
Oh, I think I know what these behind my camera. Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah. Spotted
Good
redshank that's been around for a while now, and
Lovely.
yeah,
Oh,
it was there to order. So yeah, we had great views of that.
was that a year tick for any of the group? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, I bet it was. That's a great bird.
I suspect so. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Oh. Barnacle geese out on the marsh.
Lovely.
And a few other waders, oyster catcher, sanderling, ring plover.
Nice.
And a bit of a shout out to a few people. Simon and Pat Cox were doing some bird ringing at the John Weston Reserve. And so they spent time sharing with us, showing us what they do when they're ringing birds. And we were able to see Chetty's warbler in the hand.
Oh, wow, that's superb.
Really nice.
Love that.
Because we'd heard several and they were just skulking and staying well away. And then a blackcap as well.
Oh, really nice.
So that was just great opportunity to see those birds, really, really up close.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then another shout out because news broke during the walk that there was a stone curlew on Walton Hall marshes. So shout out to Brian Combs, who gave us directions, and then bless him, he stayed there, knowing that we were coming. He stayed there on the bird so that he could point it out to us when we got out there. So it was a bit of a longer walk than I planned, but I thought it would be rude not to try. So
absolutely, you can't. Wow, you can't not turn the opportunity for stone curlew.
They're not photos that will win any competition, but yeah, we saw the stone curlew.
it's funny that because Steve and I actually were talking about this because we saw the news come through on our phones, and we were discussing whether you would have been able to get the group round there, and we know roughly where it was, and obviously, as you said, it was a further walk probably.
Mm.
So we were thinking you wouldn't have got round there. So well done.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for doing that. That's brilliant.
Well, well done to
Amazing.
the group for being willing to give it a go.
oh,
But yeah,
Absolutely. No, well done all round, definitely. And to Brian, obviously, for staying on it for you. So yeah, brilliant.
yeah,
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 That's what teamwork is, isn't it?
yeah.
Mm.
absolutely. That's a really good spring bird, that is as well.
So I guess well done also to Daryl for finding it in the first place.
Yeah,
Well, of course. Yeah, of course.
But that's kind of the value of getting to know your local birders and having a network to find out what's around. So yeah, thanks to all of those.
I think that's almost contender for bird of the weekend so far.
Well,
You'd be
there's our
surprised.
challenge for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if that's beaten.
I was going to say for Essex, I mean, that's a good bird anywhere
Essex
anyway, but
context. Mm,
for Essex, that's a really good bird.
I think
So,
that's my first in Essex.
mm,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
yeah,
it is.
superb.
Oh,
Absolutely
well
superb.
done.
Um, and then Dave was keeping a list, and he got to 50 species this morning at the Nays.
That's really good.
That's
Well
pretty
done.
good.
Yeah,
And then we went over to Holland Haven for the afternoon. And it was about 50-50 split. I had 12 again the afternoon.
hmm
Some were the same and some were different. So good to get to meet a few other people. And again, brilliant weather. And we started off with swallow and chiffchaff and blackcap again, and then viewing down over the scrape, we added things like avocet, black-tailed godwit, shoveler, teal. Oh, there's the chiffchaff in the scrub
Oh,
as we went through. Steve would be proud of us. Lots of med gulls.
yay.
Well done,
um,
Liz.
um, all seem to be adults, and lots were calling. Some were on the scrape, and we could see some in the distance on the golf course. So, yeah, there are numbers around.
Mm. Oh,
Um,
brilliant.
Nice, lovely. Still hanging on.
yeah, walked along the seafront. 3 purple sandpipers on the rocks. So I think people were pleased to see those. And then we walked back
That, that,
through
that would be that would be a very expensive thing to say if you walked into a bar. Can I have 3 purple sandpipers on the rocks, please? That'd be about 45 quid, I reckon.
yeah. Walked back through the country park, and there were skylarks and meadow pipits, linnets, and then right at the end, marsh harrier.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice. Good
So
finale.
I think that's us. But yeah, it was just a great day out. And Dave again totted them up, I think 46 for the afternoon.
That's
Good going,
good.
isn't it?
So
Yeah.
yeah, just a fabulous day out birding. And for me, can I do another shout out? We got back to the car park and Ron Colson was there. He may well be watching this evening. He's one of the local birders, and he's been incapacitated for a while. He's had to learn to walk again and now learning to speak again. And he'd made the effort to come up there and meet us for the end of it. No, it was really nice just to catch up with him
Yeah.
again. And
Mm.
great that he's starting to get out and do a bit of birding. So good on him. And I know he's hoping to get to 1 or 2 of the other things this weekend. So
Oh, that would be good to see him if you
yeah,
can.
that just kind of made my day to see him again. So
Yeah. Oh, that's really
cheers,
good.
Ron, if you're watching.
Well said, well said. And isn't it great that you can go out for for a day in what was quite frankly glorious weather, and just you can see 50 birds walking around at your local site. They're all there. These birds are there. It's just so good that we've got all this stuff on our doorstep, and we're really lucky with the
Mm.
habitat and the great sites that we've got in Essex. So yes, if you haven't done so already, folks, get out there and do some birding this weekend. Come with us if you can, but even if you can't. Get out and do some birding because it's going to be a lovely weekend's weather, definitely.
Mm.
So where did we start, Steve? Well,
Um,
we're not going to share that, are we?
Probably in a well-known fast food restaurant.
Yeah, I haven't
Honest.
prepped that picture, so we'll skip that, shall we? But we did have a
Okay,
little
we didn't
breakfast
start
on the
there
way
then.
through. Yeah. But we were at Gunners, weren't we, first thing?
Yeah, and like, as both Neil and Liz have just said, the weather was, the winds finally swung round from the east, and it was just, beautiful day. The Thames was like a mill pond. But yeah, we had I don't know how many people, but I don't know what you're going to share now. So
There we go. So that's just that's part of the group at Gunners. I think we had about 30 people join us at Gunners, which is a really lovely turnout. Lots of local people from sort of down south, as they say, which was fantastic, and lots of familiar faces, but some new faces as well, weren't there?
yeah, we had quite a few new people, which was really good, joining us for the first time. So yeah, we just had a wander. We did a sort of anti-clockwise sort of direction round at Gunners. We thought we'd check out the scrub first because obviously, warblers and migrants are arriving, and I think one of the first. Go on.
I was going to say these pictures in no particular order. You're going to say one of the first birds we saw was.
Oh, go on, then you better do the pictures.
You're probably going to say white throat, and I'm going to bring up a picture of a butterfly or something. They're all just in random order. So if you just talk, and I'll share pictures while you're talking, that's probably the best way, I think.
So yeah, so we saw reed warbler we found. Oh, there you go. There's a really rubbish compared with Liz's picture of a Chetty's warbler. This is how they normally are. And so this is like the backside of a Chetty's warbler hiding in a blackthorn bush. So we all managed to get on Chetty's warbler, but we had a nice reed warbler singing in surprisingly enough, the reeds. Couple of white throats singing. What else did we have?
Well, the reed warbler was one of the earliest you've had, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
In England, yeah, definitely.
Lots of butterflies.
Yeah, we had comma butterfly. We had, through the day we had comma. We had large white, small tortoiseshell, and peacock. So I think we had 5 species of butterfly today, which was nice. We did get some house martins at Gunners Park as well, which I think were new for a few members of the group for the year.
Yep.
We had this lovely chap, didn't we?
Yep, nice kestrel. Yep.
Yeah, kestrel came and hovered in front of us, which was really, really nice. Steve, if you talk through the pictures, I'll just click through them. There's a mixture.
Yeah, so this rubbish picture of a sparrowhawk shot over, flushing everything, all the starlings and the pigeons. So managed to get on this. What else have you got? Yeah, this was quite good. Not a bird, but this is a firebug. Still quite a rare sighting in Essex, only from a few sites now, but we had very good views of that.
There's some really smart markings on those, isn't there? They look like a sort of a tribal shield or something, don't they? They're incredible looking things.
Absolutely. I mean, if you remember on the last Big County Bird Watch, it was fungi watch. This is bugs and butterfly watch, I think.
Bugs and butterflies, yeah, definitely.
And this is just some of the group. Several people are using their phones to take a picture of the kestrel because it was that close. And the others are looking for migrants.
Oh. We had these in the car park, didn't we? Nice views of goldfinch to start with. That was quite nice, quite good to have. And then the male kestrel, it was perched right up on top of the what is this? It's a sort of tower thing down there, isn't it?
It's a radar mast.
Radar tower. Yeah, radar mast. So yeah, he was very, very showy, wasn't he? He was up and down quite regularly for us.
Nice.
And then these guys. Oh my goodness.
600 sandling we had, which was like phenomenal. And a few dunlin there as well.
Yep. I think we had about 4 or 5 dunlin, didn't we? I think.
Yeah.
But sandling were absolutely fantastic. I think they got some more pictures of them coming up in a second, hopefully. These are in no particular order, really, are they? Yeah.
That's nice. This was my bird of the morning. This was.
Steve got very excited. So we were just about to finish the walk, weren't we? It was literally 11:30, and I think was it Richard, Chew, and Janet Avery?
Yeah.
And they both said at the same time, I think we just heard parakeets. So we spent the next 15-20 minutes finding, eventually, I think Janet found them, didn't she?
Yeah. No, John Ward.
Oh, John found them. Yeah, well done, John. Finding and then watching these two, and
no,
they were lovely. Yeah.
Someone did, but look at this. They're the same colour as the leaves.
It was a nightmare to pick them out. So, I mean, regardless of what your thoughts are on these birds, they are pretty birds. So I think people do like to see them. Um,
Oh,
and then we had quite a few of these down there, didn't we?
yeah. I mean, I was getting excited about house sparrows because I don't see house sparrows that often nowadays. But
That's
there's
a
a
lovely pic.
good population down at Gunners.
And then I'd have walked past, not even looked at these, to be fair, didn't see them because they're tiny.
I've no idea what that is. I think it might be yellow-legged mining bee, but I've got to
There,
have a look. So
there was a whole bunch of them just swarming around our feet, just these tiny little bees going in and out of holes. Really, really, really fascinating to watch.
tree web spider.
And then some more pictures of the parakeets to finish with, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
And
cool.
and sand. Oh, turnstone. Yeah, we had a few
Oh, yeah,
turnstones in with the sandlings,
yeah,
which was nice. And then some more sandling
yeah.
pictures. These were
Some
just
standing
phenomenal. In the
pictures.
light, the way the light hit them, they were
Yeah,
lovely, weren't they? Really, really nice.
yeah, they're wonderful.
I think this
Cool.
is the last one.
Small white. Yep,
White butterfly. There we
yep,
go.
cool,
Right.
cool.
That was Gunners Park. All good fun. And then we went round to Wallace. Well, you don't really go round to Wallasey, do you? It's a bit of a trek, but we went to Wallasey. And not as many pictures from Wallasey. You'll
My
be
my
pleased to
timings were
know.
slightly out today because
It was
obviously
quite funny, wasn't it?
when I put together the timetable of walks with all the times, I thought we'd make sure there's plenty of time between walks to get to places. And Matt was driving, and I'm going, look, we need to get on. We're going to be 10 minutes before the walk starts. I was 45 minutes out.
Yeah. You thought the walk
Sure.
started at 1 and it started at 1:30. So the sat nav said like ETA 12:54, and I'm going down the little lane going like, driving like a madman. And we get there and there's a few people there, but not many, and they're saying, "Oh, we don't start until 1:30." Okay. But we got there. We did it. And we had there was about 40, 43 people, I think.
43 people? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Massive number of people.
Yeah,
That's just some of them.
that's most of the group. Yeah, a few wandered off. That wasn't. I mean, the light down there was stunning weather, but the light was awkward for taking pictures sometimes, wasn't it? You were either looking into it or looking away from it, and the heat haze as well through your telescopes and optics. But yeah, we enjoyed some lovely views. There's not so many pictures of birds here, but what do we have, Steve?
We started off with med goals
We did have
and
some
more
bracket goal, but
and more med goals and more med goals.
we
So yeah,
did.
black gulls. The tide was just dropping. So the light was quite nice. Yeah, there's a few bits and bobs. Black-headed gull, common lizard, near the
I
car
love.
park.
I
Was
didn't
for a
notice
spider.
that it's got a spider on its back.
No, I never noticed that either.
I know.
Oh,
What's going on there?
well, that's cool. I never noticed
I've never
that.
seen that. I don't know whether that spider's maybe just basking because the lizard's going to be really hot, isn't it? Or is the spider eating something off the back of the lizard?
Oh, I
Or
don't know. That's interesting. Well
are they
spotted.
just friends? Maybe they just like each other and they hang around.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, right. That was interesting. Got quite a few
Yeah,
of these, didn't we?
yeah, lots of skylarks, and this one was like really, really close on a fence post.
Mm,
So we had quite a lot of singing skylarks. Yeah, we had a couple of green shank, which was nice. A couple
yeah.
of
It's
yellow
a,
wagtails.
it's annoying with this because we did put a little marker to tell the birds which ways to face for the best light, but this one obviously didn't take any notice. So, and then there you go, Steve. Got to have one of those in there for you.
Oh man, as Liz said, I think in the county wide at the moment, there's just lots of med gulls.
Mm,
I think Blue House Farm last week had 130, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
exceptional.
so a joy to see.
But don't know if it's the next picture, but Reed Warbler was probably the bird of Gunners Park, I think.
Yeah.
Wallasey, got to be this one,
This
isn't it?
picture, we had a nice short-eared owl flying around, which
We
Paul
did.
Daughtry spotted that, didn't he? So
Yeah, big shout out to Paul. Well done.
well done,
We've
Paul.
been looking for them. We knew there was one around. We spent 15 minutes or so looking, and 20 minutes maybe. We decided to head off to a different part of the reserve, but Paul and a few others stayed behind, only for a few minutes, and we'd got 50 yards.
Yeah,
Um,
if that, yeah.
and good on him. Paul shouted, come back, got a short-eared owl, or words to that effect. And we all went back and got some nice views of this bird. A little bit distant, but it was good, and the light's obviously a bit tricky. So yeah, I thought our photos were okay, weren't they?
Until
until, yeah, we'll come to that in a second because we've had a couple of pictures sent in by people watching. I'm just going to
Oh,
quickly check the emails to see if there's anything else. Oh, we have got something else as well. So let me download these. But yeah, a
lots of
cracking
people.
day.
Lots of
Superb day, I think, all round. I think everyone had good fun on all of the walks. It sounds like you guys were in the same boat as well. It was just a really good day. The weather was kind and lots of decent birds around.
yeah, absolutely. Lots. I mean, lots of comments tonight. Where we go with this? It's quite. Oh, crikey. Oh, I don't know where. Yeah, Mo Jackson had cuckoo tonight at her house,
Okay, good.
which she said earliest record here. Dave Webb, great to spend the day with Liz at Nays and Holland Haven. Mark Now says nice tan mat. And Richard Chu says there's not much chance of Mark getting a tan at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Spotted Red Shank was a year tick for Dave Webb at the
Oh, good.
Nays.
Good.
And then Paul Everett, well done, Liz. Stone Curly, what a result. Absolutely. I mean, that's
Cracking bird.
and then we've got, yeah, I mean, Neil's just come in. That he said that, you know, some years we don't get any Stone Curly records. So that's how unusual they are.
Yeah, they're definitely a scarce Essex bird, aren't they?
And then Christabel says, amazing morning with Neil in Danbury. Super happy to hear her first nightingales. Thank you. So,
Oh,
well
brilliant.
done, well done, Neil. Martin Gathercole, thanks for Liz for a great day. Hope Mark has a starbird for dawn chorus at Rabness if he wakes up. So no pressure for Mark. We've got Jan Beaver.
Has the bird got to wake up or has Mark got to wake up? Or both, I suppose.
Or both, or Martin, whoever knows. Jan Beaver says, really enjoyed Wallasey this afternoon, thanks to us. And Mark has also said, super sandling numbers. The threshold for national importance is 200 birds.
Oh, okay.
So, and then we just got thanks from Richard Chu, Paul Everett. Tim Davis is watching tonight. Paul Daughtry. Yeah, that's about it, I think.
Brilliant. Right, should we set some pictures that people have sent in? So we've got a handful of pictures. Thank you very much, guys, for sending these in. This first one is from Jacqueline Mole, and this is a great white egret that you found on the lagoon at Wallasey.
Jan Beaver found it.
Oh, okay. Jan found it. Good.
It's amazing.
The interesting thing with this bird, I think she took this from the hide because a few people went wandering to the hide. We didn't all go up there because there probably wouldn't have been enough room. But I know it's a bit backlit, but the beak is dark, isn't it? It's kind of getting in that dark breeding plumage already.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good.
It's a cracker.
Great shot. And then, just a bit of plunging as well, plunging for food, which is very nice. So that's always good. And you've got the nice plumes on the back of the bird there as well. And then Jacqueline also sent in this, which is a pair of redshank. And one's doing the displaying. They kind of put their wings up, don't they? And make a really loud sort of calling noise and walk towards each other and trying to attract attention. So it's always good to see that and to capture it on a picture. Yeah, great. Well done. Thanks, Jacqueline. Jan Lewis has sent in a couple of pictures. That's rather nice, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
I like that a lot. Yeah, very nice. Lovely skylark in flight. Presume that it looks like it's just taking off, I would have thought, rather, because when they land, they come down a bit sort of parachutey, don't they? So, yeah. Oh, and another shot of maybe the same bird, don't know. Lovely. And yeah, Steve was saying we had good numbers of skylarks, so really nice to hear them singing. And then...
Oh, man. Really?
I think he's cheated. That's that. I'm going to scour YouTube later, Google later on to see if I can find that image. That is a brilliant picture, Tom. That's a fantastic picture.
Oh, well done, mate. Oh, yeah. Superb.
So if anyone wants to buy a camera, I'm going to be selling mine tomorrow.
In fact, if you buy two, you can get one free, so you can have one as well. Oh my God, that's amazing.
That really is a superb picture of a brilliant bird. So yeah, I think that's very, very lovely image. Going to be hard to beat that picture this weekend. So we've probably already got picture of the weekend. We've probably already got bird of the weekend with the stone curlew that Liz and her group saw. So we can end the event on day one. I think it's all over. Yeah.
Thanks for taking part, everybody. Good night.
But no, we have got day 2 coming, haven't we, Steve? Where's what's happening tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm just going to have a look at my poster.
Lovely.
So we are tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, Mark Nowers from the RSPB is doing a dawn chorus. This is a proper dawn chorus, Neil.
I'll see if
At
we can
5,
get
5 a.m. at
Okay.
Rabness. So meet in the EWT car park at 5 o'clock, and it's going to last for 2.5 hours. Oh, well done, Matt. This is how you do it properly. This is how you do it professionally.
Yep, so that's the top one here.
Yep.
And then next we've got the bird ringing, and we're going to have a walk afterwards at Wat Tyler Country Park.
Yep.
There are still, I think, possibly 1 or 2 spaces left for this. So we've got, I can't remember if it's 10 or 11 people booked up already. So let's say there's 2 spaces. If anyone watching wants to come, if you drop us an email to the info.ebws@gmail.com or to the one we mentioned earlier, EBWS Talks, either of those, if you can do that in the next sort of 20 minutes or so, and then I'll send you a reply and you can come along tomorrow. It's a suggested donation of £10 per person, which will go towards the South Essex Ringing Group's costs, which they cover everything themselves, as we said before. And hopefully we'll get some good stuff tomorrow morning. Some of the migrants, maybe things like, I don't know, chiffies, blackcaps, maybe willow warbler, reed warbler, sedge warbler, if we're lucky. Which would be good. And then there's another one at 9:30, isn't there?
Yeah, so Ben Rumsby, one of our sort of junior members, is leading a walk at Rainham Marshes for 2.5 hours. So meet at the RSPB car park at Rainham at 9:30, and that's going to be a good one as well. Ben is an excellent birder. Rainham normally on a good 100 species ish for Rainham.
Well, I've got some news for that for you in a minute, which I'll share.
Interesting.
Don't let me forget. 10 o'clock. So EWC Hanningfield Reservoir. Jerry Johnson is going to be running a 3-hour walk around the reserve there, meeting at the visitor centre at 10 a.m. So that's another really decent place to go. There's going to be some good stuff there in the woodland and on the water as well. And Jerry's going to be leading people around to see what you can see. And then at 1:30.
1:30, you and I are Abberton.
Yeah.
For 3 hours, meet in the EWT Visitor Centre car park, and then we're going to have a mooch about and try and see some of the good birds that are there tomorrow.
We've got a sort of a short list of things that we're hoping to be able to see for people. So yeah, if you're interested in any of those walks tomorrow, and you might be able to fit in a couple of them if you can. They're all on the screen. They're all on our website as well at ebws.org.uk. So please come along if you can. The weather's set to be fine tomorrow, I think, isn't it?
A little bit cooler tomorrow, a bit breezier, but yeah, should be good.
Cool. Right, I said we had some news from Rainham. So Ben and his dad Michael are watching at the moment by the looks of it. And it says, evening from the Rumsbys. We had 79 species at Rainham. So already off to a really good start. That's great total for one day. Highlight was spotted red shank, also their first common tern and common whitethroat, reed warbler and yellow wagtail this afternoon. So interesting reed warbler at Rainham and also at Gunners. Not too far apart, so maybe there's a little influx coming into the country already.
Yeah, maybe.
Excellent. Good.
That's good. So yeah, if you want to go and see lots of birds, go and join Ben tomorrow.
Brilliant. Right, so thank you very much indeed for everyone that's watched. Anything else on the chat, Steve?
No, Paul Everett, who's now the society chairman. So we've got a new chairman for those who don't know. Paul Everett is now chair. So he says, well done, and thanks to all of the walk leaders, to all of the attendees. Super start to the BCBW. So thanks, Paul.
Definitely echo that.
And then Jacqueline said, thanks for the walk. Looking forward to Abberton tomorrow. And yeah, Tom saw it from his car on the way out, that shorted owl.
Oh, okay. I'll keep the camera. That's fine. So you obviously got some lovely views of that. Oh, well done, Tom. Brilliant.
Yeah, Mark asked, I wonder what got the shorted owl's attention, because that shorted owl was like looking up in the air.
Oh.
So There you go.
Tom,
Probably a
Tom
med,
missed the booted eagle flying over its head. That's what it was.
it's probably a med goal. The shorted out went, oh, look at that. It's a smart
Yeah.
med goal.
Brilliant. Okay, great stuff. And thank you, Neil, and thank you, Liz, so much
Pleasure.
for leading walks today.
Yep.
Thank you.
No, I had a great day. Thank you.
Yeah, no, really good.
Brilliant.
And we'll see everyone tomorrow. So we're going to be back on here same time tomorrow, 7:30. And hopefully we'll see a lot of people on the walks tomorrow. And we'll have another catch up tomorrow with some, well, I don't know if we're going to get even better birds. It's going to be hard to beat, but some more birds and some more pictures and some more stories about food and so on and so forth. So yeah, going to be good fun.
Excellent.
Right. We'll see everyone soon. Take care.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.